Wagwan peeps, it's Venom, what you saying? Alongside my home slice, damn me to the Zane. When she and I get together on the poddy, ask anybody, the vibes are insane.
Join our family and feel free to come by. We on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Yeah.
New drop on the way every Monday at 6.
Tune in and come see what we unpick. Wagwan people, it's your boy Venom in the building, alongside my co-host, my home slice, Dammy to the Zane, everybody.
Hey, hello, hi, it's Dammy Zane in the building.
Put your D's up, put your V's up, get the D and the V, mix it, speak tree, if you know what I mean, in it, bars, get me? To bring in a little bit of Africa's voice here, repping that GH, Ghana, massive, anyway.
Okay, everything, I see you.
Yeah.
You need to get I see you on a shirt, because I say
you do actually. And what do I need to say? I probably need to get in the building. I think that's what I say the most, in the building. Apart from my thinking, well, get me, like, from my perspective.
I don't know how I can get that arm thing that you do into merch.
What, the gang?
When Venom wants to, he'll listen to me intently go on for like 5 minutes. I don't talk for long. 5 minutes, then he'll do this. See?
That's what
flex the arm. I don't know, you know. Yeah. So I play with the beard.
That's it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Everything is literally context dependent. So the reason why the arm comes out like this is so that I don't pull the wire, and I get a good bit of space. I'm like, okay, let's get this.
Okay, no, but that's what I know. He's gonna come and say something. He's gonna come and disagree with me because that hand comes up, and then I'm like, okay, yeah. He's about to say, I don't know, you know. I don't know. I
don't know about that.
I don't know.
Get me.
It's so funny. It's jokes, but yeah, man. What have we got? What have we got today?
We got a jam-packed show for you today. We're gonna go a bit around. Actually, we're gonna talk a bit about something called VABBING. If you ever heard of that, if not, don't worry. We're gonna educate you. But before we do that, we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk a little bit about Will Smith reappearing after 3 months. What else was there? There was actually a few, you know. There we go. We're
gonna talk about Beyoncé a bit.
Beyonce,
because the album's dropped now.
Mm-hmm.
And Neo, some things going on there.
Yeah, boy.
As well.
But before we get into the celeb gossip and the vabbing, I'm here for the vabbing. I hope you're here for the vabbing. But
I'm here for the vabbing.
But before we get into the vabbing, I'm in the hot seat this week because Dammy to the Zane's got a little bit of this or that to fire my way.
He sure is.
Oh yeah, boy. Without any further ado,
let's get into it. So, Venom, I've got a little bit of a red pill, blue pill situations going for you, yeah?
Okay.
So, yeah, that's the scenario this week. It's to choose the red pill or the blue pill. And obviously each round, the results behind the pill, behind the medicine changes, okay?
Okay.
So the first one, red pill, is to go back to the age of 10 with all the What am I saying? With all the knowledge you have now. So to go back to the age of 10 with all the knowledge you have now.
Yeah.
Or fast forward 20 years with £1 million in the bank.
Oh, hell no, I'll go back. We're going back into time, baby.
Going back into time, baby. Man. So the red pill is to get paid £100,000 a year from now to retire. And I believe the retirement age in the UK at the moment is what, 70 something?
It's 70 something. I thought it was 65. Is that a thing of the past? Is that done?
I need to research that. I can't remember.
I swear 65.
I know it used to be 65, but I feel like...
Who's going to be alive at 70 if they're still working? Like,
Anyway, so I mean, it could be 65 if you want to. £100,000 a year till you're 65. Cool. Or the blue pill is a lump sum of £1 billion.
And what did you say? It was 100 million,
100,000
100,000
a year
from
now to
now.
retirement.
The Billy.
Or the Billy.
A Billy's way more.
Okay. Your red pill for the next round is to live till the age of 45.
What?
But with all the riches you can dream of. Yeah. The blue pill is to live till you're 100, but as a poor man.
Mad. 100.
As a poor man.
100. I'm not that far from 45, you know. That's.
Who said that? Who said that?
Man is not in his 40s, but that is all around the corner in comparison to 100. I ain't trying to. Nah, G.
It's not round the corner. You got time, man.
What?
Man like you. What?
Nah.
Nah. Man's got like 20 years.
Even if I had 20 years, still, you know. No way.
No.
Nah. What is life if you're not living?
Do you know what you can do in that time? The legacy you can leave behind and everything that you can do in that time.
Life is time.
What is life?
It's time. That's all.
Okay, well, cool. So, you've chosen to go back in time, to go back to the age of 10 with all the knowledge you have right now.
Yep.
To get paid 100,000 a year till you retire. No. My bad. No. Lump sum of £1 billion.
Yes.
And to live till you're £100. £100. Dammy, what is wrong with you?
Dammy, the lips are tangled.
The words are just entanglement.
Wow. What did that top lip do to the bottom lip this week? Because
I don't know what it just did.
I don't know. Fighting.
It's they're fighting. It's a lot. God.
That means
first world problems.
First
world problems. This is what happens when you got juicy lips. It happens. Those of you that have juicy lips, you understand what I'm going through right now.
My lips are juicy, and the way this girl...
Not like mine. Let's stop that.
Oh my God, don't do that. Don't do that. Dammy, don't do that.
No. I'm doing it.
Dammy, don't do that.
No, my lips are bigger than yours.
Anyway, we'll do a screenshot yeah.
We will. Right here, right now.
Yeah. I mean, you have to, it has to be fair. It's either you're not wearing lipstick, lip gloss, whatever, or I'm wearing lip gloss.
No, hold on.
It's either you're doing without or I'm doing with.
I was just going to screenshot it from the screen right now. I wasn't
Get me. I want it to be fair and square, please.
I have bigger lips than you, okay? Because I don't just have the big bottom lip. I've got the big top lip and bottom lip.
Merkin, what you trying to say? My top lip ain't saying that.
I don't free your lips like that. I
don't just have the big bottom lip. What you saying about my top lip?
Listen, I was greedy.
No, but you said that about my lips. You said I don't just have the big bottom lip. That was an analysis.
I feel like you're reading into it still. Like I was just saying that my lips are juicy, double. Yours, fam.
That's how Dammy tried to do me, you know. Try to say I got one big lip. It's
imbalanced.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but to be honest, I don't pre your lips like that. I wouldn't know, but I guess
you are a traitor.
What's my own with your lips? What's my own? What is actually my own?
Actually beefing my lips, you know. Imagine.
I just know that my lips are bigger than yours. Do you know what? Rather than us do that, how about viewers, can you just drop it in the comments? Whose lips are bigger, Dammy's or Venom's?
Cool. I think we should do a poll on TikTok actually, but
probably will. This might end up being next week's promo video. Who knows? But yeah, the last pill that you took was to live till 100, but as a poor man, as opposed to live till you're 45 with all the riches in the world. Alright. That was your this or that for this week.
Bang Brie. I think I did well. I think I handled it. I think I bossed it, actually.
You did all right. So, 1 second, guys, before I even move on, because I'm very paro about the noise in the background. It's summertime in a Portmore, London, and
It was the lack of accent that finished me. You know, I'm actually thinking to myself, what place? Oh my God. I know this place. Not like this, though. Summertime in a Portmore.
In a Portmore.
Mad.
London. So we got the kiddies playing outside, they're screaming, they're excited. And also my neighbours, every day it's rave. Every day is bashment in the place. So if you can hear it, that's what you're hearing. Okay. We'll try to chop it out, but if we can't chop it out, sorry.
Oh.
We in the hood, so it is what it is. But speaking of music, this week, well, actually, not this week. By the time you listen to this or watch this podcast, it would have been over a week since it was released. But Beyoncé released her Renaissance album on the 29th of July. And we've listened to it, so we're going to talk about it, obviously, because that's what we do.
Indeed.
So, Venom, what are you saying? What are you thinking?
Rah.
Sorry.
So, obviously, in typical Venom fashion, excited and that on Apple Music in the AM, 7 a.m. on the way to work, pressing play. And yeah, man, garbage. Absolute garbage. Garbage, if you fancy. That album is trash, bruv. Trash. I've never been so disappointed this year. Because other people have let me down, but I didn't expect it from Beyonce. Wow. It's bad. Yeah. And I beg a stand, come tell me otherwise, boy.
I wouldn't say it was bad. I would say it was MIDI. Because you don't already know that I didn't like Break My Soul. I made that very clear, that Break My Soul wasn't my vibe. And I expected more from the album. I didn't want it to be dance all the way through. We saw the list, the album playlist before the track list before the album dropped. I saw certain collaborations in there and got gassed. For example, Thames, apparently, I'm going to say apparently, and you'll realize why in a second, is apparently on one of her tracks. And I was gassed about that because I did call it previously.
You did?
So I was like, oh, this is going to be a vibe. What? Damn, you can look into the feature on her Raven thing, you know what I mean? I was gassed. Listen to the album, and yes, I was disappointed because a lot of it sounds the same. However, I will say that I really liked the fact that it sounded like a DJ set from beginning to end. I like the transitions. It goes from one song into the next. It's almost like it's almost a whole song as an album, basically. I really appreciated that. In terms of the dance tracks, I feel like a lot of dance music does sound samey, so you kind of have to expect that, given that is the genre, despite the fact that she dubbed it as pop when you look at the credits, but that's by the by. Some of the songs you can hear her vocal range, although you're bamboozled by the dance melody and beat, so you don't really pre her vocals really. But if you really listen to it, her vocals are on top on some of the songs. The things I don't like about it is it's not her best album, in my opinion. I feel like Beyonce could do better. Now, comparing her to, who I'm going to say, Drake, I feel like with the two of them, dance is not their element. dance is not their genre. They've jumped on a genre that's not actually theirs, and it shows. Now, Drake, both of them have been able to kind of bring a piece of them into their albums, because it feels like a Beyonce album despite it being dance. But I'm more thinking about some of the pioneers of that genre, how they might feel with someone like Beyonce jumping on this genre, because Beyonce is a big name, and Bayhive are so big. Bayhive. I meant to be a member, but I didn't renew my membership when this album came out, so
Listen,
I've kind of forgotten. But even the last album, I didn't actually renew my membership. I
what's
didn't
that?
even like the last
Lemonade?
album. Too tough.
Is that what you're calling the last
Was it
album?
No, no, you know the one she did for
For
the
the
one she did for
film,
the
Black is
Lion
King.
King. Yeah, that one. Sorry, hit my thing. That one, I didn't really
Oh, I
like it.
enjoyed.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, it was more a spiritual thing for me. Like, I was getting spirituality vibes, and to me that doesn't sit right with me because of my faith. And there was certain connotations in there, and you know how I feel about connotations and all that stuff. So I was a bit like, not for me. But that's a different conversation. But with this album, I feel like because it's Beyonce and people are almost blind, and they move like they don't actually critique Beyonce's music. People don't critique her music. People just go, it's Beyonce, and they love it.
Yeah.
And I feel like because it's Beyonce, and because of that, whoever the people that have been pioneering the dance field might, I don't know, no one said anything, but it might come across a bit like rah, like Beyonce just jumped on last week
Yeah.
with a dance album, and everyone's singing its praises as if like. And the thing is, she's taken a lot of work from other people to create it in the first place, and I don't think they're going to get the accolades for that genre. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like a lot of people are just blindly following her on this album, and yeah, I think the people that would appreciate it the most, to be honest, is going to be the LGBTQ plus community, because I feel like almost dance has become kind of like their genre, so to speak. It's very bold of me to say it, I feel, because
No, there
I'm
is
just going to
an
say it
element
like that.
of like
But I
house
feel
that's
like it's
synonymous with
very
that
with
culture.
that
Yeah.
community. Yeah. So I feel like they would definitely appreciate it. And having looked at TikTok, actually right. I feel like a lot of us that have been listening to Beyonce from when we were young, and we were into like Destiny's Child, and we grew up with Beyonce in that sense, in the R&B sphere. A lot of us are like, no. And the reason why I say that is because I actually did do a TikTok on my personal account, and I gave a little review, and I was like, I didn't like it. I was kind of expecting this. And the comments I were getting, everyone was like, yeah, it's mid. Yes, yeah, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. This is not what we want. We want Lemonade Beyonce back. So, and a lot of the demographic of people that were leaving those comments were people like me. So they were Black women. Like, do you know what I mean? So a lot of them were saying the same thing. So yeah, I feel like, if I'm going to be brutally honest, it's mid. It's an okay album. It's not her best work. The album sales for the first week prove that, because I think it did like between 200 and 300K sales, in comparison to Lemonade that was doing like
Double.
700,
Yeah.
800K. So it's the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah. That album is
that's my little rant about Bay.
The album is terrible.
It was,
The reason why I say
yeah.
the album is terrible is not because Beyonce can't sing. Everybody knows Beyonce can sing. Everybody's heard songs of hers that are written with decent lyrics, if you know what I mean. She is a pop artist. But I would say you can't judge her for the things that you already know that she's going to bring, which is solid vocals, top level production, and like some kind of, R&B-esque flair. So if you strip all of that out, it's a terrible album. Like, the production is dope. But even if you just listen to the lyrics, man, I was like, this is basic. That's not what I employ a Beyonce for. It's like she didn't understand the assignment.
Didn't understand the assignment. God damn. There's a couple of songs. There's a couple of songs that are okay. Like, I like, is it Cuff It?
Yeah, I know, but this is
Cuff
Beyonce. This is Beyonce. You're talking about a couple of songs on a Beyonce album.
Yeah. I mean, I've accepted now that Beyonce, I mean, like I said, even the album before, I wasn't too crazy about it. So yeah, Cuff It's okay. The song with Thames in it, what's it called? Is it Motivate? I need to double check it.
I couldn't
Didn't really
even I
like
couldn't
that
even
one.
hear Thames in the songs. Like I listened once and I was like,
I listened to it 3 times. I said, "Where is Thames? Where?
mm-mm.
Where is she?"
And that's what I said. Remember when you called it? You said, "Oh, you'd love to see Thames." I said, "Yeah, I don't think Beyonce gonna let her have a shine though."
At all.
So really, she just put Thames on it for the name.
Yeah, pretty much. Callisto.
That's why that I'll
Khalees.
tell you for free. That is why 16-year-old me fell in love with Khalees, boy. This woman been fire from day dot.
My bad. It's called Move, not
Oh,
Motivate.
day same thing.
Yeah, Move. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
Khalees said, "I'm gonna read you and Pharrell for filth." Khalees said, "You've been doing female empowerment to make peas. I'm about that life.
Mm. So I'm on the front line. Where you at? Where you at, sis?
I'm in the trenches. Where
But
you at, sis?"
you know what it did remind me of though, because
Mm,
Khalees obviously did her rant, which rightly so, especially with her history with Pharrell,
mm,
and then that coupled into this. But remember when
yeah.
I sent you in the DMs that voice note from what's her name? Witchy Poo 212. Black woman, she's a witch. Flipping hell. What you gonna do when I appear? Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I can't remember her name. Sorry.
I'm gonna Google her right now just because I need to say her name. Because she
Is she a witch?
yeah. That's why I stopped like Azealia Banks.
Wow.
There you
Celia
go.
Banks. Wait, she's an actual witch.
Yeah, she into some witch thing, man. Yeah, she
No,
ain't.
is it? But is it confirmed? Like, has she said it herself?
Go
Like, I'm
find
into.
her on her social medias, and you will confirm for yourself.
But they say that Beyonce is a
No,
witch,
no, no,
which I
no, no.
believe.
That's they say that Beyonce is a
No, I
witch.
believe it. Beyonce told me herself.
Okay, cool. But Azealia will tell you herself. So go find Azealia, and then you
Like, yeah, because Beyonce. Anyway, there's a story going around on TikTok about how Beyonce visited some girl, and I can believe it.
mad. But Azealia
In her
was trying
dreams,
to
apparently in the
say
night. Sorry,
months
digression.
ago. No, sorry.
Yeah,
It's when Beyonce released um, "Break My Soul."
yeah.
Azealia Banks took to the internet immediately and said, "This woman is
Of course
trying
she
to
did.
write me out of my own script. She's trying to do house when I done did this. Blah 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 blah." She came with some big story, but now that I've seen the album, I'm like, she weren't even capping because there's even a song on there that the vocals sounds exactly like Azealia, and I was like, "That's not Azealia," and I know it, and I know you've done this to shade her.
But
Like,
Beyonce's. This is not the first time that Beyonce's taken other people's art and then like
I don't actually think. I
remixed
think
it.
that was shots
Remixed
fired.
it. Of course,
Yeah,
of course. I feel bad for Khalees. I feel like with the Khalees situation, her real beef should be with Pharrell. Really, I get her point that Beyonce could just call her. And for those of you that might not know about it, basically, there's a song on the album where Beyonce has sampled. I think it's Milkshake. You know,
I couldn't even tell which one it was.
well, I couldn't tell which one it was, but I think it's Milkshake. I think she sampled Milkshake on the song, and Khalees doesn't have any. She doesn't own her music. Pharrell Williams owns her music basically, and there's a bit of a tete-a-tete going on between them. Apparently she's saying that he gave Beyonce the rights to sample her music as shade to her because as like a lot like to
Hmm.
basically take the piss like haha
I can
I
do
can do
this.
this without your permission because I own your music. Shady. And she said do you know what? She was like, that's cool, but her really and truthfully, because she knows the situation with Pharrell and all that, and she kind of expected that of him, and she knows he's doing it to be shady and as like an indirect direct towards her. But her issue is, Beyonce, you know who I am, and you know where you can find me. You could have just contacted me and said, "Oh, I'm gonna be using your music." um, and she's coming from the perspective of, we're both creators, we're both women, we're both black women in this industry. How are you okay with a man doing this to me? And I kind of get that. I get it. And people are like, oh, Khalees just needs to like be quiet. She needs to, like no one cares. She doesn't even own the music. Why is she crying about it? Clout. And it's like, no, but Khalees is behind quite a lot of music that people don't know that she's behind. Like, she's actually really like, she's not a small person in it. She's not she's not a small girl in this game, right?
Mm-mm.
So I feel like people just kind of need to like know things before they start speaking. But I do get where she's coming from. But I just love the fact that she was just like, I'm about it. You talk about it, but I'm about it when it comes to black women empowerment. And I was like, yeah, shady. And knowing Beyonce, she won't address it.
At all.
She's not going to outright address it. No, no, no. And because Pharrell's name that she obviously cleared it with Pharrell. She's cool. She doesn't need to do anything else about it. But I just, yeah, I get where Khalees is coming from. I get her perspective.
Mm. Yeah, not good. No, that's not the way you want your brand new album to be launching.
Especially because Beyonce loves to do the whole, oh, my all my backup dancers are women, my band are women, I'm here for the women, 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 and then
Mad.
but like I said, it's not the first time that Beyonce has been accused of stealing other people's work. And because it's Beyonce, she gets the accolades because it's Beyonce. It just is what it is.
Mm.
But yeah, guys, you heard it here. I think it's mid. Venom played it once, said he will not play it again.
Dead.
Dead. So we're gonna move on to the hot topics.
Mr. Will Smith has reappeared 3 months after slapping Chris Rock on that fateful night at that Grammy Awards show. I'm saying Grammys, all of these awards shows are the same. I don't even know if it's the Grammys, but we're saying the Grammys. Yeah, he addressed the slap. He did a whole apology video on YouTube. Everyone thought he was gonna do a red table talk. I was waiting for Jada to show up, but she didn't. And yeah, he said his piece, and then he's back now, and the internet is doing its thing.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to see or hear what Mr. Will Smith is saying?
Yeah, I got the gist of it. And I think he should have just kept quiet.
Oh, really?
He's apologized to Chris Rock before. I don't think he needed to apologize to him again. I feel like it's something that could have been dealt with quietly between them. Chris Rock said he doesn't really want to talk about it, or he'll talk about it when he's ready. I feel like because he's already apologized, he could just wait. He could have just waited for Chris Rock to bring it up again, maybe, or they settle it away from the TV because he's already apologized publicly to this guy. So I actually think that Will didn't need to do a second apology, personally.
What's my thoughts and feelings? I feel like he did need to do another apology only because he disappeared. And the absence is what created this made him being gone and returning a thing, if you know what I mean. And I don't think he could have just returned on screen, like on a film, if anyone is even booking him right now, if you know what I mean. So as much as it's
Yeah, so what that says to me is it wasn't done because it was genuine. It was done as a business for business reasons.
I mean, yeah, there was no
Career
no
progression.
other way to
I
address
feel
that.
like
Yeah.
they could have he didn't have to apologize though. It could have just been, I've gone away, I've reflected. Chris Rock still doesn't want to talk about it. I'm here when you're ready, bro. I'm back though.
Yeah, but it
Period.
wasn't just about Chris Rock. He also answered some questions that had been laid out to him from fans and stuff. Like, they were quite compelling questions, to be honest, and I liked the fact that he addressed them in what seemed
Again,
like a live scenario.
again, he could have addressed it, but he just didn't need to apologize to Chris Rock. You see, one thing about me, yeah, is I'm a big believer that I don't need to keep repeatedly apologizing to someone.
Mm.
If I've apologized to you and I've done it sincerely and you've brushed it off, at that point, that is your business because I've apologized to you already. I'm not going to keep coming back and begging you. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. And some people might think, oh, that's stubborn or whatever. But the way I see it is, he made the mistake at the time. At the time, he didn't make the apology on stage, but a few days later, when it all blew up, I actually remember Will Smith making an apology. He wrote an apology and everything. So he's given his apology. The reason he doesn't need to now apologize again. Chris Rock needs to kind of be the bigger guy at this point, because Will's already apologized. Now you're doing he's milking it. To me, he's milking it because he's apologized to you already.
Oh, Chris Rock is milking it.
That's what I'm saying. Chris Rock is milking it. Will Smith's already apologized to you. He apologized at the time. Yeah. You're the one that's doing the whole, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. But you're on stage with other comedians making jokes about the whole situation, but you don't want to address Will that's already apologized to you. To me, that's very immature.
I don't think it's immature.
I think it's immature, man. It's immature, man.
I mean,
it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good.
Yeah, like, but
Will Smith made the mistake. Yeah. I'm not saying that what Will Smith did was right in the beginning. Like, we've done an episode about this. I spoke about it. I'm not going to talk about that again. But after the event, Will did apologize. He offered the olive branch. He admitted his faults. He apologized. Chris Rock then said, I don't want to talk about it, but he's there with Dave Chappelle and etc. making jokes about the whole situation. Right? But he doesn't want to address Will.
Yeah.
So you're not that upset about it, because if you was that upset about it, you wouldn't be cracking jokes with other comedians on shows about the whole scenario. You just wouldn't talk about it, period, like you said you was.
Yeah, but Will is not the aggressor, but he's the. So for aggressor. Example, if someone was I don't know, jumped by some thugs or something, or a gang, whatever it may be, the scenario. It doesn't mean that they're unable to articulate what happened to them with people who they're comfortable with. But it also doesn't mean that they need to forgive.
I'm not saying that. There's articulating it, and then there's cracking jokes at shows.
As a coping mechanism, though.
Okay, fair enough, whatever. But I don't think that Will needed to apologize again. He's already apologized. He doesn't need to apologize again. He can address it, but he doesn't need to apologize. He could have, at least, to me, personally, I just feel like he made his apology. Chris told him where to stick that apology at the time. So he doesn't need to then beg him again. Now it's for Chris Rock to be like, okay, I thought about it. At the time I was upset. That's why I wasn't willing to accept your apology. Let's have another conversation about it. And then at that point, if Will feels that he needs to apologize at it again, cool. But at this moment, in time, Chris Rock is not addressing the situation. He's cracking jokes about it, making money on shows about it, but he's not actually addressed Will. So Will doesn't need to then go back and do a whole nother video apology. He doesn't need to do that, because I already extended that olive branch to you. If you don't want to take it, that's fine. But when you're ready, I'm here, bro. Until then, I can talk about everything else, but I'm not gonna apologize to you again. I get why he did it, but maybe I'm petty. As for me, I will not be apologizing to you twice. I apologize already. When you're ready to talk to me, then I'll come back, and at that point I'll reiterate my apology. But I'm not gonna start apologizing to you 3 months afterwards, and you're still not talking to me about it. It's a bit, I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me. I feel like Chris just needs to, like, okay, you've cracked jokes about it on stage, you've sold tickets off the back of it, you've made peas off the back of it. Okay, like, talk to the guy.
But he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to.
He doesn't have to, but
you're saying it like he has to.
I feel like, I actually think it's toxic when people hold grudges like that. I think it's disgusting behavior, grudges? Personally. How do you move forward from that?
Wait, you said hold grudges. Yeah, the man boxed him in his face on one of the biggest stages in the world.
Yes. And he's apologized.
That's never happened.
He's apologized. He's apologized.
Okay, so for example, if the Al Qaeda apologized for 9/11,
you can't compare it to that.
Why?
You can't compare it to that.
Why?
If you're gonna make a comparison, can you make a comparison with something that makes sense?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
That doesn't make sense.
They committed it. Yeah, they do. Yeah, but they apologized though. The point is they apologized.
Cut the cameras, dead ass. You can't.
They apologized.
You cannot.
Why?
You cannot.
Why?
You cannot. That is war. That's complete. That's a different scale.
Why is that war and that's not war? Why?
that is a completely different scale. This is a one-on-one situation.
Why does
between Chris Rock
one-on-one
and
make a difference?
It's completely different to thousands upon thousands of people losing their life over a group. That's not the situation at hand here. You need to scale it back and compare it to something that's more in line, not one man box another man. Venom, if I boxed you, first
Yeah.
of all, it wouldn't hurt because I'm a wimp, yeah. Real talks. But if I boxed you
Yeah.
or slapped you or something, yeah, and then I've apologized to you, I've done it publicly. I've apologized to you.
Yeah.
Heartfelt, genuine. You've said to me, Dami, I don't want to talk about this. I'm not involved. See me, I'm not gonna then 2 months, 3 months, 4 months down the line come on YouTube or whatever, broadcasting whatever that we're on,
Yeah.
and be doing up. Yeah, I just want to extend my apology to Venom one more time. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait for you to reopen that conversation, and then I'll apologize to you, because at that point you're more willing to receive it. It's not a publicity stunt. It's not I just want to make it. No. At that point, you have said, okay, I'm ready to talk about it now. Then I will bring it up and apologize to you. Before that, I'm not going to be begging you. You need to come and open. It needs to be a two-way thing. I'm not going to keep apologizing to you and knowing that you're not ready to receive it because you've told me you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
I hear that, but it wasn't only about Chris. Like, Chris was only a part of.
And I've already said he could address all the other questions everybody else has on that, but the apology to Chris Rock, I don't feel like he needed to do it. Sorry, I don't care. He doesn't need to do it. When Chris is ready to talk to you, then apologize. Until then, that apology, keep it to yourself. That's what I would have done personally.
Yeah, that's you, boy. Me, I'm gonna apologize because I believe that you, when you are truly apologizing, you humble yourself to the situation, and you do not do what is necessary for you. You do what's necessary for others. I'm just explaining.
He's not gonna apologize.
No.
I'm just
saying. You do what's necessary for others, and if that is in your belief that you believe that they may not have taken your first apology as being sincere because it was one, written, it was two, obviously very not politically correct, but structured in a publicity type way to stop the damages based on your actions, which were atrocious, then being on camera is almost as close as you're going to get to being in a room with the person and trying to show them your humanity as well as your fans, because obviously Will's not been here, so there's a lot of people wanting to know this guy's okay, or where his mental health is at, or what the hell is going on, where are you at, what you been doing, etc. So me in that scenario, I'm doing the same thing. I'm apologizing again, and I'm gonna be you know what I mean? It's that kind of cancel culture thing where you have to try and show people that, yeah, okay, cool, I made a mistake, but I can also change, and the yesterday me is not the today me, and I'm sorry. And I know that's not enough, but that's all I've got.
That's all fine and dandy, and you can still do that when the victim has brought it back up. That's all I'm saying. Doesn't need to be, because the first time I saw the video, I didn't even want to watch it. I heard what it was and I was like, yeah, Will, you're making it about you. Chris isn't ready to talk about it. Why are you talking about it? The only reason why you're talking about it is because you want to come back into the limelight and you want people to talk about it and bring you up again and whatever. And case in point, as soon as that video came out, here comes Tyrese doing the most. Yeah, brother, we know, it must be so hard for you. Listen, he's the aggressor.
Yeah.
There's someone who got punched in the face. The reason why now people are feeling sorry for Will is because he does things like this, where he did a video and started doing, I'm sorry, and I was just like, it doesn't come across as sincere to me. It comes across as you're trying to force the matter. You're trying to force, like, when someone knows they've done something wrong and they try and they're overdoing it with the damage control because they're trying to force the situation rather than allowing the person that's experienced whatever the thing that you've done to take the lead in how they want this to go. So fair enough. Chris Rock cracking jokes about it, I don't like that. So two things can be true at the same time. I don't like the fact that Chris has kind of like made money out of the situation, but he's not talking to Will, or he's not accepting the apology publicly or whatever. To me, that's petty, personally. But I'll set that aside. And if we just focus on Will, the flip side of all of that is the person that you've done it to is not ready to talk about it. So why are you talking about it? And that's the point that I'm trying to make. I'm not saying that he shouldn't apologize at all. I'm saying at least wait for Chris to be like, you know what? I'm ready to discuss this like big men. Cool. Well, boom. Neo's wife said that she's so sick of
Mad. You're not doing that.
Neo's cheating.
Don't do that.
She said, I'm so sick of your cheating. 8 years he's been cheating.
I don't know how long they've been married, but in my mind, that's the whole marriage.
Yeah.
8 years. 8
years.
Yeah, for those that don't know the details, Neo married to some lady, and he's been cheating on her for 8 years with prostitutes. Not not with his side ting, not with fans, not even shock horror, because I thought he was gay. Not even with mandem, but with prostitutes. Listen, that is wild, boy. It's one thing to find out you've been getting cheated on. It's another thing to find out that mans was paying people to sleep with him. Wow.
With a whole wife at home.
Wow.
Crazy. Mad. It's a mazzoline.
It's absolutely mad.
I think that most men in the industry cheat anyway.
I don't think the cheating part is the part that is bothering me. I agree. I think a lot of them man cheat because it's so easy. There's so much access.
So easy.
How do you say no when saying yes is so easy? But it's the prostitutes.
Just say no. Just say no.
I mean, that's the obvious part. But like I said, if it's very, very, very easy, then it becomes, I guess, harder. But
just say no.
But it's the prostitutes. It's definitely the prostitutes for me.
It's the prostitutes for me.
Yeah, because you're basically trying. It's not that the sexual encounters are finding you.
He paid.
Yeah.
He said, you know what? I have a wife at home that I can
disrespect
for free.
But instead of me doing it for free,
what? You know what? Instead of me doing it for free in this economy,
when people need to be,
I'm going to pay. Hey,
that's someone's petrol money. Hey,
he said, you know what? Have somebody at home that's biblically has to please me.
Wow.
But it's not that one that I want.
Nah. Actually murking it. A whole wife.
No, stop.
And they probably got kids as well.
Yeah, they got kids.
Mad thing.
They got kids. It's peak.
A wife, kids.
It's peak.
And you're out here beating the streets. Man's actually beating the streets.
I mean, because the idea is that, the notion, what people tend to say is that because they're always on the road, like touring and all that stuff, if their partner's not with them and they've got needs, obviously, and girls are throwing themselves at them and stuff like that, so that's why they're more likely to cheat, yeah? So I guess if wifey's not attending his shows and going on tour with him and stuff, I can see where he might have got himself into such a situation.
Of course, I'm not denying that part.
Yeah, so
it's just a bit of an escalation from what you've just outlined to the point where you're now paying the streets.
It's the payment for me. It's the payment for me because Are you telling me there's no like girls that are down for the cause without you paying them extra money? But then I reckon most of them do actually give these girls a little something, something. Because imagine, yeah, you meet a ting, you sleep with her, you buy her a little something, something. Isn't that similar?
Yeah, but that's different all at the same time. Like,
It is
that's a
different.
mutual exchange of, you know what I mean? You know what it is. Like, I can't go all the
But this is
way.
also a mutual exchange of I do a little
Wow.
and you pay me a little something.
Yeah, I guess with
Still a
those,
mutual
I guess
exchange.
with those girls, the difference would be is that other people are not doing that, at least not in the same way. Like, no offense to anyone who's watching, listening, who may be a paid sex worker, namely a prostitute.
Mm,
But prostitutes are the
mm.
streets. I'm not, that's not like a personal opinion, it's fact. Prostitutes are the streets. And yeah, anyone who's paying prostitutes to sleep with prostitutes, you also belong to the streets. It doesn't matter if you're married, if you had kids, if you're a superstar, you cannot pay for sex. That is streets activity. I guess unless you're in Amsterdam, then it's I guess a local delicacy. But it's streets.
Nah, I gotta stop you there because
Go for it.
there's some elegant prostitutes, you know.
There's some
High
elegant
class
streets.
sex
What are you talking
workers.
about? Have you been to West London?
There's elegant,
High class streets.
high class.
Yeah, streets. Yeah, it doesn't change what it is. Just because the pavement is clean doesn't mean it's not the street. It's the street.
What are you calling it?
It's definitely
The highway.
like a rat on the highway. 100%.
Like a rat on the highway. Ah, wow. And then Neo put out something going, oh, can you lot respect our family's privacy right now for the kids? I'm thinking, bruh, you didn't think about the kids.
Where was your respect for your family's
when
privacy?
You was doing direct debit.
No.
For the direct debit, do you know what I mean?
Nah.
Yeah. You wasn't thinking about the kids. You wasn't thinking about
Imagine.
about the kids.
Man was
The
collecting receipts.
Collecting poems. You was collecting poems for 8 years.
Come
on subscription. On subscription. And people don't want to talk about it. Talk about, can you respect my family? You didn't respect your family, sir. You didn't respect your family.
Sir.
Sir, did you think about your family when you was doing poems on subscription?
Nah.
No, you didn't. Wild behavior. Anyway, Sha, I agree with the wifey. It's time for her to leave. Put herself.
Is that what she said?
And the kids
She
first.
said she out.
Yeah, she out. She said she's done.
I mean, you can't really stay though.
And then he liked it. She said she's done, and he liked the.
Man was on Instagram like.
Double tap.
Nah.
Man said double tap this. Haven't double tapped your ass for time.
Nah.
I've been double tapping the prostitutes, but I'm gonna double tap your post.
That's a lot, man.
The cheek of it.
Gotta check my answering machine. Now that I'm alone. Oh my God.
Because now it says that we
can come to the phone. And I swear it makes no sense. Oh my God. How? Prostitutes.
The whole process. Anyway, Sha.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never heard of VABBING, I'm about to explain to you what it is. You know, like when you get a perfume, wonderful fragrance, and then you dab, just to get that scent all around you. Well, let me introduce you to a new fragrance, coming from the vaginal area, hence why it's called VABBING, because you do a quick little, and then...
Did I again?
Quick little... It's like I'm cooking in the kitchen. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna go on this side. I'm gonna go around here. You know, you go, and then
That is too much. You nasty.
You want to get the fragrance, you know what I mean, from all around. You don't just want to be.
Wow, it's the hand movements.
You want to get all around, mate. Like,
God
you want to get the
damn.
left side too much, or just the right side or front too much to the back. You want to
Because
get
it smells differently, right?
exactly.
Okay.
You just want to make sure you want to get the holistic fragrance. And apparently this is supposed to work wonders for women because it triggers like the pheromones in men, in straight cis men who are attracted to women. And it's supposed to trigger them to, want to approach. Have we ever indulged in this, damn it to the Zane?
I knew that question was coming. No, I have not. I have not indulged.
Are we going to say that with a straight face, or is it just going to be...
I don't need... what are you trying to do here? I can't say that. I was gonna say something, but
say
it's
it.
gonna have to be unpicked after dark for
Oh,
that one.
wow. I want to know more now what you was gonna say.
You know when someone, not me, because I can't maneuver that way, but you know when a second party, not third party, a second party is in that space.
Yeah.
You know, maybe their nose is too close up there or something, I don't know. And they get some of the fluids in certain places and then you smell it. That's happened to me before.
Okay.
I'm still a virgin. But I need to let this virgin thing die.
Please, because I don't know who you think is believing this one, but
I can't carry it on anymore.
We move.
Sorry, mom. Sorry, dad. Sorry. Yeah, that's the closest I've got to vabbing or vaping or whatever you want to call it. Was it vaping?
Yeah, vabbing.
Vabbing. That's the closest I've got to vabbing. When you smell the juice on.
But what's your thoughts on
But for me
doing
to actually, but for me to actually, and then it's a no for me, boy. It's a no for me. The thing is, scientifically, you don't actually need to physically put it on your skin for your pheromones to be smelt. Like naturally, men can smell their body reacts to your pheromones without you even having to insert your fingers in places and dab on places. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just a natural thing that happens. That's why when it comes to like a woman's hormones, when she's ovulating, when it's that time of the month, her breasts start to look more fuller, like she seems more attractive, like it just is what it is. And so that extra vabbing thing is extra. It's completely unnecessary in my opinion, because it's like you're taking it too far. And not everybody knows how to clean this tin, and not everybody's this tin smells nice. So I feel like they need to just relax with that one. Personally, I feel like that one you need to relax. Like you're doing too much.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. If I was a woman, I would 100% do that.
Why?
Because why not? If I'm trying to bring all the boys to the yard, it's only the milkshake that's gonna do that.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm the wrong person to ask.
Why are you the wrong person to ask?
I'm the wrong person to ask. My assets are enough for me to attract.
Oh, I'm
men.
not.
I don't need my pums to be smelling on my neck.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think the way that you're seeing it, and maybe the way that other people are seeing it, is that it's gonna be this obvious perfume. Whereas I don't think anyone will be able to smell it like consciously at all. I think it's all subconscious. I think it's there, and the brain will respond to it.
I think the fact that we know that pums have a smell, people will smell it.
Nah.
So did you hear that Nick Cannon said that 80% of women need to do better with their female hygiene, and his point is that don't women know that can't they smell themselves when they come into a room, or and he was basically talking about their vaginas. He basically insinuated that men talk about it, you know, like a girl smelling down there. And I get that you're saying people won't smell it, but I feel like they would. And the reason why I say that is because sex has a smell.
It does, yeah.
And that smell comes from both body parts. The penis and the vagina, you know, they have a smell. And then that smell, you know,
yeah, wafts
in
into
the
the air,
air,
yeah.
you know? And it's like, rah, people were banging in here, boy. So I feel like having that smell on your body, like walking down the road, on the train, Central
It's
Line,
not
on the
gonna
hottest day
smell
of
the
the year.
same.
Hottest day of hottest day of the year, Central Line. There's no aircon. And one girl gets on the train and you just, I can smell pums. I can smell. I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it's needed.
Yeah.
I don't think it's needed. I don't think it's needed.
Agree to disagree.
If I didn't think it was so nasty, I would have said, you know what? Let me
Why
give it
do
a
you
try.
think it's nasty?
Why am I wearing my juice on my neck? Like I don't want to.
This is what I'm saying. I'm saying, why do you think it's nasty? I feel more like you have sided with the male narrative that polices women's body parts.
What's wrong with you trying to throw me under the bus today?
No, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus. I'm just
first Will Smith. Chris Rock. Now this one. What's going on here?
I'm just explaining because
what's going on here? What's going on? Because I don't like it.
But I'm just like, why are these? I can understand if you don't want to do it, but it's
no. I'm not thinking about the male anything. I'm just thinking that it's not necessary. It's not necessary. It's not something that.
No, but there's so much that's not necessary. Makeup is not necessary. Lip gloss not necessary. Weave not necessary. You can go on and on and on and on and on.
You're coming for me. Is there something you want to say?
No, I'm just saying you're going to pick and choose what's necessary, but realistically, none of it is necessary.
I don't think it's necessary for a woman to wear her pom-pom juice on her neck in public. It's not necessary. You don't need to. Your pheromones literally like bounce off you when you're in that season or whatever. And the men.
So then what when you're not in that season though?
But the whole point is so that your pheromones you attract men during the time when you need to attract men. That's the whole point.
No, but women want to attract men at all times. But maybe I would argue to say, I don't know personally, but I would argue to say that we don't know how pheromones work in terms of cycles. Like, are they perfectly aligned to your menstruation and da-da-da? So then does that mean...
Yeah, when you're ovulating, a woman's part of the process is that her body starts to like release these pheromones.
Yeah.
Because her body, because she's ovulating, it means that her eggs are coming out. Her body, her womb is saying you need to fertilize it, so you start to release these pheromones in the air, and men receive that.
But what about when it's not that particular time and you still trying to bag a man? Now you got no pheromones.
Yeah, but the whole point of the pheromones is for you to have sex to get pregnant. It's for you to become more attractive to the man so you can have sex and get pregnant. Outside of that, what do you need pheromones for?
To attract the man in the same way.
For what?
So, for example, let's say, you go on a date today.
So, imagine I'm on my period. I'm on my period. Imagine I'm on my period.
Yeah.
That means the egg is on its way out.
Yeah.
It's dead. It's gone. There's nothing to fertilize.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I decide that I'm still going to put my juice on my neck.
But obviously that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, but assuming your period is regular, then that's only less than a week out of the whole month. So for the rest of the time you're not ovulating.
Be up to 7 days.
Yeah,
it could be up to 7 days.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so less than a week, but the rest of the month, the rest of the cycle, you're not necessarily ovulating. So it's not that when you're outside of that one moment that you're now producing pheromones and they're flying at guys. No. So then the rest of that time, All I'm saying is, if I was trying to bag a man, I'll get the man in it. That's what I'm saying.
I can get a man without putting my pom-pom's juice on my neck.
Well, I'll do the pom-pom juice and I'll catch the man tomorrow and then...
But you're not a woman. Yeah, but I can still catch a man tomorrow. I catch the man yesterday.
Oh!
What are you trying to say to me right now?
Okay.
Like, what are you trying to say? We have not been serious today.
She said yesterday about tomorrow.
I caught a guy an hour ago.
She said yesterday about tomorrow.
I don't know about you. That's why I said that I'm the wrong person to ask. I'm the right person to ask.
Dammy said both these lips work.
Believe that. I just feel like, I think that if it's something you want to do it. That's fine. I just don't think it's necessary. And I already prefixed it by saying I don't think I'm the right person to ask, because I don't think I need to be sticking no juice or no nothing for me to attract man. I attract man anyway. You see what I'm saying? So that's the point I'm making. If you want to do it, sis, do it. Just make sure your pom-pom smells nice. Well, just make sure your pom-pom's clean.
Subjective.
You know, there's no like odors and nothing like that, because best believe I don't want to be on the train on my way to work and I sit next to someone and I'm smelling their pom-pom. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So just know, innit, like your hygiene needs to be top notch if you're gonna be vabbing or whatever they're calling it these days. I do think it's disgusting. I
don't know why I'm actually so not offended by it. Like I'm
the same sort of person that thinks that, because you know, like sperm has a lot of protein in it, and some people believe that putting it, they use it
skincare regime.
I'm not putting no, absolutely not.
But what about when the wrinkles start coming in and it's proven, yeah, boy,
there's other things.
Yeah, but what if like them companies,
there's retinol, there's collagen,
that's what I was about to say.
there's bare things.
But what if they ain't working?
No, they're working. They work.
But the kids of Nick Knock, which is the new app at the time, they're showing you, yeah, man, this sperm thing works. Just use the jizz, rub it in like this. Hit the T zone. You gotta hit the T zone.
It's not natural to not. No, I'm not supposed to look young forever, so it's all right.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not putting nose. There's nose, nothing.
You wouldn't do that.
No, I would not do that. No, I would not do that.
Mad.
No.
If someone said, yeah, you know what, like you put the woman's juice, like blah 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 blah, and it just makes your skin look. I got a wife.
If my man was like, damn it, I heard that if I put if I put your juice on my face as a facial, I'll be like, babes, let's get this, whatever I got.
But you wouldn't do the same. And then
I'm like, baby, what do you need me to do? How we gonna get this? I'm gonna get this popping.
And then your man's gonna be there looking all young, and then you're just getting older and older, and then he just leaves you for some prostitutes in another city and all.
Not the pom-pom on subscription.
No, you know?
Nah, no.
You wouldn't do these things. And the thing is also you're here putting trust and faith in these companies and their chemicals, and you wouldn't use the ones that your body or bodies are creating.
I don't actually believe that a lot of these natural stuff actually really work. Like, I'm a big time skincare person, right? And I've tried using all the natural stuff before, and the rate at which it works is a lot slower. I do think that sometimes you do need to combat it with some sort of chemical, whatever it is. Some things work for some people, some things don't work for some people, and natural stuff don't really work for me. I need the strong stuff. You get me?
Boy, yoy. Not Dammy doing the advert mid-episode, you know. Wow, unsolicited. Can that run? Do we have to say this video is sponsored or like contains advertisement or something? What?
It's alright, I'm gonna mark it as not suitable for kids.
Yeah,
anyway,
boy.
Like I always do. It's explicit.
Wow.
It says flizzy because, yeah, you told me to drop the I'm a virgin thing, right?
Oh, no, that has to go. That
I
one.
tried to rebrand
Nah.
because before I was tookie wicked, and then I tried to rebrand and Venom won't have it. So hey, I'm bringing my real self to work, guys. This is it.
Here she is.
Here I
Ladies and
am,
gentlemen.
the Dami
Yeah.
Zane. That's it. The Dami Zane, yeah. But no, honestly, I feel like personally, whatever you do between you and your partner is different. Like if I'm walking around my house and my baby's like, Dams, I really like the way that your pum smells. You know what I mean? Like that should be your fragrance. I'm like, all right, baby. Do a little, it's okay every day. But as I'm stepping outside, no.
Do you know what?
No.
Maybe it's my upbringing, innit? And that sounds weird. So I'm going to address that immediately.
Yeah, address it immediately.
So when I was growing up, I used to watch
Yeah.
Sex in the City.
Yeah.
And I can't remember her name. But you know the older woman? The one who then fell out with them in real life and it isn't in the new one?
Yeah.
Her name's Sandra?
I think her real name's Sandra, but in the film...
But you know the one I'm talking about, the older one who's like attractive. And she's in...
Yeah. The one that likes sex a lot.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
She did it. She did it in Sex in the City. She spoke about it and she did it in an episode. So even though I was a young boy and not sexually active, from then I was knowing that some women be doing this thing. So it's not alien to me. That's probably why. Samantha.
In the show, her name was Samantha. Her real name's Kim Cattrall.
Samantha.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like something that is almost like a old school, what do you call it? You know, like when people are like,
old school trick.
You've got like remedy or something. I feel like it's one of those things. And like I said, if you're comfortable with it, just make sure your puswali smells nice or is clean. Like if it's older, if
it's Old Spice, don't do it. No, don't do that.
That's not what I said.
You said if it's... you need to finish that sentence.
I said if there's odor. If there's odor. That's what I was trying to say. If there's odor, don't do it. But if I don't know if you're on a vegan diet or something and your pom pom don't smell at all, then yeah, do the thing in it. But personally, I just feel like I feel like some people just take it too far. Like it's not necessary. People have been bagging man, attracting man without doing that for a very long time. So you don't need to. And I don't know if all men want to be smelling pom-pom juice on their girl. Like, we're talking about it from a woman's perspective, yeah? But what about a guy's perspective? Like, imagine, like, you move to a girl and then you're, oh, whoa. She smells like pussy.
Yeah, that's mad. I don't know. I think that's kind of exciting. Maybe I'm weird. Or maybe not.
Or maybe not. I personally just feel like, really?
Like, I mean, there's different ways you can smell like that. You can smell like that because you are perfuming in a way that's a bit overbearing.
I mean, it could be that is, like I said, it's a hot summer's day. You're wearing something tight. Maybe you got thick thighs like me. You're wearing something tight. It's hot, sweaty. You open your leg. Fumes come out.
Mad. And that's not the kind of perfume that anybody wants to really be getting into. However,
so then why would you want to put that? Why would you want to dip and then?
Yeah, but you're not selling the dream. You're like, oh yeah, hot sweaty. From the time you say hot sweaty, it doesn't matter what the fragrance is. It's already not nice. It don't have to be pom pom. It could just be underarms. It's not nice. You're not saying, I'm looking peng. I'm in this dress with the necklace.
Did you know that underarm? And then, did you know that?
Yeah,
okay,
pheromones.
So the same way that woman's pom pom releases pheromones, and the girls get from armpit.
Me know.
Now I know it's the truth because I remember my ex. Yeah, he could be smelling frowsy. I would be like, you're so weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. When I get past the bad smell, there's something.
Yeah, there's something in there.
Comfort. There's something.
Listen, literally.
Not me, just opening my whole
No, but it's the truth.
What is the truth?
Literally late last night. I showered before bed, and we have this new. I'm not gonna say the brand, but we have this new shower gel, and it's
Yeah.
like not regular, so it is supposed to be, you know. Anyway, so I wash, I get into bed, but it is a bit more powerful, let's say, so it cleans you better. My wife gets in bed and she was like, "You smell too clean." She's like, "You don't smell like you at all." I was like, okay. And
Yeah,
she's just
there's
complaining.
something about it. Yeah, there's something about it. It's like I used to really like to get a good out. He'd be like, "You're so strange," and I'm like, "You should just be happy that I actually like your frowsy armpit. Just be happy that."
And it's the truth, and even that's down to teenagers. That's why teenagers be like, you know what I mean, hella smelly, because that's their pheromones just going mad.
All over the place.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't actually need to do anything. I believe that a man that really wants you, yeah, he can smell that pheromone, even though you did dip, and I'm telling you, can
That means
sniff it.
just against it, boy.
Yeah, I'm against it, man. It's I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. For me, I'm not there yet. Come back to me in a few years, maybe.
You're not on the vab. You're not on the vab wave.
I'm not on the vab thing. I like oud. I like proper perfumes. I like to smell.
I
I
like a
like to
more woody
smell.
tone.
I like a woody
Yeah, but that's
tone.
the thing. You could bust a vab with a Tom Ford. You do a little and a Calvin.
I like them. I like them woody notes.
Exactly. Vag and wood. It's just another angle.
I don't know, man. I personally,
Right.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know, because I'm very weird. Like, some girls, and they don't know that they do. They don't know that this is happening to them. So I don't say anything or try and embarrass them or whatever. But some women, like when they're on the time of the month,
Mm-hmm.
you can smell it.
Yeah, of
You can smell
course.
it on them. You can
Mm-hmm.
smell the iron. You're like, oh, okay. So I'm just saying, like, if you're someone that's got like a strong odor, then maybe it's not the best idea for you to actually vab, because then everybody will know that you've dosed yourself with pom pom juice. But if you're someone that doesn't have much of a strong smell, you can probably get away with it, because like I said, you can't actually smell pheromones. Like, we can't with our nose
Yeah, of
smell
course.
pheromones. Do you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what pheromone smells
Nah,
like,
it just hits the brain.
because I know for sure that armpit and pom pom, or armpit and willy, doesn't smell the same,
Mm-hmm.
but they both have smells that give off this pheromone thing. You know what I mean? Or sweat in general
Mm-hmm.
actually has pheromones in it. But I don't know what the pheromone smells like, and vice versa. But my body obviously reacts to it, and a man's body obviously reacts to it as
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
well, vice versa. So, um, that being said, it doesn't need to be smelt,
Mm-hmm.
because our bodies already react to it in the way it needs to react to it. That's how we were made, right? So if you've got a pom pom that's got a strong smell, maybe you don't want to be walking around with that strong smell out in the open.
I'm just saying you might be helping
especially
nature because
especially in the summertime,
are you
and it's
just
been very
telling
hot in the
this?
UK
It's been
lately.
selling this story. This same one rubbish, sweaty.
No, but I'm just saying, because no, but think about it. You're commuting to work. Think about it. Do you really want to be smelling a strong
Who's
something?
doing
No.
that on their way to work? It's a date thing.
Is it? I thought girls were just every day.
Why would
So
you
it's
do it
only
on
on a
your way to
date.
work? I mean, do
So
you
it's
put on
only
your
on a
best fragrance on your way
okay.
to work?
Yes.
Why?
Because I want to smell nice all the time.
Yeah, but you
It's just
don't
part
vab.
of.
But you're not vabbing to smell nice.
But that's what I'm trying to say. I'm the type of girl that wants to smell nice. I don't want to smell like pussy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you don't vab to smell nice, and I'm not saying that it doesn't make you smell nice. I'm saying that you don't do it to. It's like girls.
Now that you've explained it, sorry to cut you off, but now that you've explained that you can wear it on a date, yeah, for a date,
It's an act for
if
a
if I'm if
purpose. It's
I'm
for an outcome.
if I'm looking if I'm like, this guy, I really like him, I do want to give him the goodies, I might do it.
How serious is this? How genuine is this? I might do it.
No, I might do it. If it's like I've told myself, if it's like I changed my mind, guys. I changed my mind. It was like, no, that guy, I really like him, yeah. And I'm willing to give him the
Yeah.
goodies. I might do it. Even though I know I'm still gonna get the goodies anyway, because I got game. But just to, when he comes give me a little come on the neck bit area and he's like, yeah, I know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
And you're out here talking about
You wanna
work,
leave?
I'm
Cool,
like,
let's call for the bill.
what are you talking about
You get the
work
bill.
for?
With the card reader, please. It's time for us to go home.
Mm-mm.
I might do. But every day, walking around, going here, there, just dabbing, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. Yeah. I have not been serious in this episode. I
All I
just
know
have
is
to.
I converted you, boy, and like
I don't know what I said. I don't know.
in one
I
minute.
promise you this is water. I promise you this is water. But I've not been serious in this episode. I promise you.
It's definitely not, but
I've
I
not been
mean,
serious. But yeah, on a date, yeah, maybe. And not first date. It'll probably be like I've got to know the guy and I'm like, yeah, I want to secure the ting. Maybe.
you do a quick
Maybe.
little vab and then
Because one thing I've noticed, yeah, as I've gotten older, and I need women listeners who are who are in their 30s to kind of, or even older actually, like you could be your 40s, whatever age, but just over 30. I need you lot to kind of let me know if this is normal, because I feel like as I've gotten older, that when I'm ovulating, it's a very serious time for me. It's like I'm on heat. It's like it's serious. And I just need to know, is it normal? Is it normal?
wow.
Because no, it's a serious concern. It's a serious concern. It's a it's a serious for me to bring it up on international internet. It's a serious concern. It's a serious concern. As I'm getting older, when I'm ovulating, it's like my body's like, you need to get pregnant yesterday.
Mm.
That's what I'm saying. You need to get pregnant yesterday. What are you gonna do about it? It's peak out here. I just want to know if that's normal. That's all. So those of you listening, watching, please can you holler at me and let me know if it's normal? Am I the only one? Because it's peak. And imagine I'm now ovulating. That's what I'm saying. If I was ovulating and I was on a date, yeah, I might just extra pheromone. Let's go. And it's a guy that I'm willing to, okay, cool, yeah, let's go, let's do this.
And then always want to be going in
Yeah.
for the hug.
Yeah, I'm like, come give me a cuddle. Oh. Wow. Oh, you smell nice. I know. Thank you.
Imagine. These times you never even considered the date. I
I didn't consider. I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was talking about day. I thought it was talking about every day, just like randomly,
but
like
that would
every
still
day.
fall
Just
into like every day. Like it's
no, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't.
oh my
On my way to work, I'm not. I'm not vabbing. Going to the supermarket, I'm not vabbing. Going to visit family or go to family events, socials, I'm not gonna be vabbing.
of course
Coming
not.
to meet you to go watch a movie, I'm not going
Of
to
course
vab.
not.
Of course not. Because that's not what it is.
But that's what
So
I'm
of course,
saying.
that's what I'm saying. So that's why I was like, nah, I don't need to be doing extra. Okay. I don't need to do that. But for a date now, okay, that makes sense. That
Well,
makes
there you go.
sense. So long as your pom pom juice is not smelly, it makes sense.
Mad. Not dummy with the pum pum police fragrance. Okay.
I'm sorry. And do you know what? And I'm not saying that it's because when it comes to this, to the vagina, yeah, there's a lot to consider, and a lot of the time bad smells and stuff are a result of things like BV and things like that. Don't want to give a sex education lesson or a vagina lesson, but a lot of the time it's something that can't be controlled. It's not actually down to, oh, I'm
Yeah,
dirty or
exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Mm-hmm.
clean or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. It's actually just a natural thing that happens to women sometimes at certain parts, at certain times in their life and whatever. Some things can be fixed with diet and not wearing really tight clothes and wearing the right underwear, like in terms of materials and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
outside of that, a lot of it can't be controlled. So I'm not pom pom shaming. I'm not saying that, oh, if you've got a smelly pom pom, like, shame on you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, when it comes to smells, that's why I use the hot like, on a hot summer's day in the train. I don't want to sit next. I don't want to smell bad smells. It's the same way as I don't want to smell, as much as a man's armpit, there's loads of pheromones swimming in there when he's frowsy. On a hot summer's day on the train, I don't want to smell your frowsy armpit. I'm sorry. I do not want to smell that. It's the same thing. So I'm just saying, just be considerate. But if it's like, oh, on a date or whatever, and you're not going through anything that causes your pom-poms to smell, then, that might be the right time to do a bit of vab. What's it
Vabbing.
again? Vabbing, right? Outside of that, please keep your juices to yourself. That's what I'm saying. I just, yeah, yeah. I do think it's nasty though. I'm not gonna lie. But close off with that.
Davy is dealing with a lot today, boy.
There's a lot going on in my mind. Like, it's a lot. It's too much. I think I've yo-yoed this episode. Bears. Yeah, yo-yoed. Welcome to the Unpicked podcast show. My name is Dami Zane, and I'm not always straightforward. Get with it.
Boom.
So we're gonna leave it there because I don't think there's much more to say about girls
who vab
doing a swoopty swoop in. Oh God, me and this microphone are beefing
sound
today.
effect drums on the mic,
Do you know what I mean? Like percussion. Doing swoopty swoops in their vaginal areas, and then tapping it, dabbing it on their neck or whatever, their wrist, whatever. There's not much more to say on my part because I just feel like I'll just keep yo-yoing, so I'm gonna stop. And Venom's made it clear that if he was a woman, he would be down for the cause. You know what I mean? He'd be up for it. To attract many men.
Everyone would know my fragrance. Get me?
Oh God.
Keeping it real, yo.
Wow. So yeah, anyway, so we're gonna leave it there, right? Oh, such an unserious episode, but you know what? Sometimes we laugh in it. Sometimes we chat shit and laugh. Okay, nobody's serious. So yeah, guys, our socials will be at the bottom of the screen if you're new here and you made it to the end of the episode, or do you know what? New or not new, if you made it to the end of the episode, despite us chatting absolute crap today. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you laughed the way we've laughed. And if you're new here, please do hit the subscribe button. I promise you, it's not always this higgy hagger. We do talk about serious things as well. And yeah, man, until next week. Peace. I got a date coming up. I might have to do a little.